And Luis Severino, the former Yankee, makes his Mets debut.
You're going to see four-seam changeup, slider, cutter, sinker. He'll throw it all.
Sal Frelick makes his 2024 debut.
And Frelick takes strike 3 call. Fastball right down the middle. And Severino's got a strikeout to begin his first start as a Met.
Contreras 0 for 3 did have a sacrifice fly yesterday on the ground to third. Bobbled, and Contreras will reach. And Zach Short over at third base making the start rather than Brett Beatty. And Short unable to make the play on the slow roller by Contreras.
And now Christian Yelich steps in. Yelich had never had a hit on opening day until yesterday.
How about Yelich, who's trying to dump one into shallow left, and does. He had 3 hits yesterday, including a home run. It's his 4th hit of the young season for Yelich. 2 on and 1 out for Willy Adames. Line down the left field line. That's going to bring home the first run of the contest as Contreras is around to score. Yelich puts on the brakes, and Willy Adames with an RBI double.
Adames picking up where spring training left off. Just extra base hit after extra base hit.
Big spot for a strikeout for Severino. And he gets it. Nice cutter running in on Bowers for his 2nd strikeout. 2 down. And now Hoskins.
And he grounds one down the third baseline. That'll quiet the crowd. 1 run is in. Here comes Adames. A 2-run single for Rhys Hoskins. You can hear a pin drop in this place now.
Yeah, took the boos and turned them into just more boos coming for him.
DL Hall has all that you need to be successful.
Yeah, they got high hopes for this kid.
The bases are loaded for McNeil. Well, Hoskins responded to yesterday's dust up with a 2-run hit. And now McNeil gets his chance with the bases loaded and 2 out. And McNeil smacks one to center, but right there waiting for it is Frelick. Back a couple of strides to make the catch, and the Mets strand 3 in the opening inning. So Severino with a chance to get through the inning now. 2 out and 2 on for Christian Yelich, who dumped a single into left field and scored a run in the first. Grounder back to Severino. Snagged nicely, and he gets through second and in trouble.
Last of the second, Brewers 3, Mets nothing. Francisco Alvarez leads off. First ball swinging, launches one deep to left. Yelich back, and there it goes. A home run for Francisco Alvarez as he jumps on a first pitch curveball from DL Hall. When the Mets are on the board, the Brewers lead is cut to 3-1 as Alvarez shoots it over the left field fence beyond the 358 mark.
Willy Adames leads it off. And a bouncer off the glove of Severino to the third baseman. No play. Base hit Willy Adames. 2 for 2 for Willy. Here's Hoskins again. 2-run single his last time up. Quieted the crowd for a moment. They're back engaged. Fly ball deep left. Way back and gone. Hoskins unloads for a 2-run bomb. First home run as a Brewer. He's got 4 RBIs on the afternoon, and that got out in a hurry. And another silencing blow by Hoskins.
That was a legal slide into left field with that homer on a backup cement mixing slider from Severino.
So Marte works out a 2-out walk. So now Jeff McNeil, who flied to center his first time up. Up the middle, and McNeil's got his first hit of the season. Marte will go first to third. So Jeff McNeil has his first marker, and the Mets have runners at the corners with 2 down. So Alvarez, who didn't take long to establish himself in this game. First pitch he saw from DL Hall. He hit it into the seats in left field for his first home run. Now he bats with runners at the corners with 2 out. He hits one toward the middle. That's a base hit, and that'll drive in a run. Marte in to score. McNeil goes to third. Francisco Alvarez with his 2nd RBI of the day. And the Mets creep a little closer. It's now 5-2.
Got a fastball again. Ripped it up the middle
to make it a 5-2 game.
Breaking ball hit down to third. Handled by Dunn, and the throw across the diamond is true. And that retires the side. Alvarez drives in his 2nd run of the day. It's 5-2 Brewers.
Harrison Bader leading off for New York against lefty DL Hall.
And the 2-1. And Bader to left field. Turning Yelich around. It's over his head and off the wall. Yelich fires into second base. Bader trying to get there. The throw is high. The tag waiting. Bader's toast. All the way in from left. Christian Yelich throws out Harrison Bader for out number 1.
Bader was going, well, I'm just going to run on Christian Yelich. People have tried to do it before, but
how about that throw from Christian Yelich?
And a ground ball too short. Adames spun it in his hand and throws out Francisco Lindor. First 1-2-3 inning of the day for DL Hall. And here's Rhys Hoskins.
The boos are getting louder for him here.
Hey, they're fueling him. Off the end of the bat, shallow center field, sinking fast, base hit. 3 for 3 for Rhys Hoskins. I think the Mets are going to keep booing him. I don't know. Well, Hoskins aboard at first. You got Dunn at the plate. Ground ball. It is off the glove of Alonso into right field, and the first big league hit for Dunn. Hoskins on his way to third. He's in with a slide. Dunn with his first knock and saved that baseball.
First time in Luis Severino's career he's given up 12 hits in a game. That's the bullpen active now. Bryce Terang steps in and and that's a balk. Balk called against Severino, and that'll bring in Hoskins with the 6th Milwaukee run.
By the rule, you're supposed to step towards your target. He just jumps and flips it to first, and that is a balk.
Johan Ramirez takes over for New York to short. Lindor, high throw, and Adames will reach. Easy play for Francisco Lindor, and he threw it away. Looked like he just babied that throw.
So now the latest edition of the Met crowd greeting Rhys Hoskins, who has returned the greeting with 3 hits, including a 2-run homer today. He's driven in 4 runs.
Up for the 4th time, and behind his head, and
Here we go.
out to second goes Adames, and Hoskins. Ramirez exchanging, and the umpires saying we'll handle it.
I mean, it's too late to throw at a guy after he's beating your brains in. That's not when you throw at a guy.
The umpires are all gathered. I don't know exactly what they're discussing, whether to issue warnings. They just threw Ramirez out of the game.
Oh, wow.
And now Carlos Mendoza comes out to argue that. The umpires decided that Johan Ramirez was throwing intentionally at Rhys Hoskins, and he has been ejected. So Johan Ramirez gets a big hand from the crowd for throwing one behind Rhys Hoskins and getting himself ejected from the game. Lopez just warmed up from the mound, and I think he's about ready to go. And that's ball 4. Walk is charged to Lopez, so he comes in and throws 3 out of the strike zone, and Hoskins is on base for the 4th time today. Terang takes curveball for strike 3 call. So Lopez ends the inning with a strikeout. Rhys Hoskins getting revenge by the morsel. So Stewart, who started yesterday at DH, walked and struck out twice. We'll get a chance here to get the Mets a little closer, down 6-2 in the 7th.
1-2 pitch. Struck him out. 99 on the edge. And Trevor McGill puts up a 0 in the 7th inning. Now Christian Yelich with runners on the corners. Up by 4. Some situational hitting just like that from Christian Yelich. Add another run to the tally. It's 7-2. Another base hit for Yelich.
It was right back up the middle. Another hit for Yelich.
And the Mets have a couple of men on. Now Brett Beatty will bat for Zach Short. Beatty started yesterday, went 0 for 3. Veteran left-hander Hobie Milner is on to face Brett Beatty with 2 aboard in the 8th. And he drives one out to right center field. That's deep. Churio near the wall. It's out of here. Brett Beatty with a pinch hit 3-run homer off the left-hander. And the Mets are right back in this game. It's now 7-5 in the 8th. Now Edwin Diaz, who lit the world on fire 2 years ago, and he comes in, of course, to face Rhys Hoskins. Popped it up on the left side. Brett Beatty, who stayed in at third base, makes the grab. And for the first time today, Rhys Hoskins has been retired. And he gets serenaded on his way back to the dugout. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a slider, and Edwin Diaz has his first strikeout since 2022.
Alonso hit by a pitch, flied to right twice, and singled to center.
That's laced to left field. Back goes Yelich looking up, and it's out of here. Pete Alonso's first home run of the season. The Mets' 3rd home run of the day. And this is now a 1-run ball game in the bottom of the 9th. And so the Mets are down to their final out. Starling Marte coming up.
Got him! Through the slider, and Marte swings through it, and another win for the Milwaukee Brewers as Abner Uribe puts it in the holster, and they can go for a series sweep tomorrow afternoon.